Iya, oke guys. Hai semuanya, kembali bersama Benaya di channel Lingkaran City. Oke, kali ini kita berada di game Honkai Star Rail. Kali ini kita sudah berada di patch terbaru ya, guys. Lanjutan cerita story base lanjutan. Loh, apa ini? Apakah ini event terbatas? Coba dulu ya. Boleh. Halo, aku Ben. Ada paket untukmu. Silakan tanda tangan. Paket? Perasaan akhir-akhir ini tidak beli apa-apa. Melihat konsol game besar di depanmu, otakmu mulai berputar cepat. Terlepas bagaimana sebuah papan iklan tanpa tangan bisa memindahkan barang seberat itu. Apa belakangan ini kamu memenangkan sesuatu? Atau kamu tidak sengaja menggunakan kartu kredit dan hang atau saat tidur berjalan? Dan jangan ini jebakan masked full. Sial, mereka pasti iseng pesan barang untukku, lalu pilih metode pembayaran COD. Pada akhirnya, semua kata-kata itu menjadi satu kalimat. Bagaimana caramu memindahkan barang ini? Itu rahasia bisnis, tuan. Kalau tidak ada kerusakan pada barangnya, aku pergi dulu ya. Masih ada 200 paket yang harus dikirim sebelum jam sistem berikutnya. Tentu saja, di sini adalah dunia mimpi. Jadi kalau ada kerusakan pun kemungkinan besar memang desainnya begitu. Kamu menyalakan konsol game dan serangkaian teks yang tampaknya menderita kecemasan sosial berlari menjauh dari pandanganmu. Tapi kalau kamu memiliki kemampuan penglihatan dinamis yang cukup kuat, kamu bisa dan mudah membacanya. Ini adalah konsol game buatanku. Aku Ben. Semoga kamu bisa menikmati keseruannya. Stephen Liot. Dari Stephen. Stephen kan itu anggota Genius Society ya. Sama kayak si Herta. Coba dulu ya. Ini mainnya apa sih? Oh, walah, ini kan ini kan dari semua mini game yang ada gua mainin ini. Oh, bisa gitu ya. Oh, seru. Cobalah. Coba satu yang ini. Yang ini udah lama nggak nyoba. Nah, kayak gini kan seru nih guys. Jadi kalau ada mini game, udah tahu nih. Kita lompat. Kena. Keren juga ya. Semua gameplay zona petualangan di dalam. Oh gitu ya, tidak dapat murah. Memang nggak ada hadiahnya, ini cuma keseruan aja. Ya bagus, ada bagusnya juga sih kan. Mau tahu di event ketemuan mini game beginian kita udah terbiasa. Oke. Ada event apa aja? Ini ya gua nggak pernah login sih, udah 2 minggu. Login, jangan kembali. Ntar ini apa nih ambil bawah? Udah belum dulu. Oh, ini untuk mendapatkan Lycon. Oke, misi terbaru. Oke, ini event permanen atau apa nih? Ritual bela diri kan. Oke, ini Divergent Universe di-update lagi. Level kecocokannya dinaikin dari 80. Sebelumnya level 60. Maksudnya lebih banyak hadiah baru ya. Pamer bakat, ini event ngundang orang ini. Facial. Kita lihat dulu skillnya. Ini dia. Aduh, mendekat. deskripsi singkatnya. Coba dulu ya. Oke, Fei Xiao. Dia adalah karakter dengan pet hunt dengan elemen wind, angin ya. Serangan rekan tim dapat mengakumulasi poin charge bagi Fei Xiao untuk melancarkan ultimate. Saat rekan tim menyerang, dapat memicu serangan lanjutan Fei Xiao, mempercepat gerakan dan menarik musuh saat menjelajah. Semakin banyak musuh yang ditarik, maka damage akan semakin tinggi. Oh gitu ya. Maksudnya ya. Ini Han atau gimana ya? Coba normal attack. Lancarkan teknik untuk bergerak lebih cepat dan semuanya bisa ditarik. Terus maju. Oh, waduh. Semua musuh diangkat. Wah, enggak lama. Langsung rata, buset. Oh dia kayak Flash ya. Kita tarik. Ngeduar. Untuk ukuran 1 sampai 5. Oke. Ball Thunder basic attack mengakibatkan wind damage. Wah, ini nggak usah dibaca lah. Basic attack cuma 1 doang. War X skill mengakibatkan wind damage pada satu musuh, lalu mencarkan 1 kali serangan lanjutan dari talent. Oke. Terus ulti Terra Split. Selama ulti berlangsung, dapat mengurangi toughness musuh tanpa mendulikan tipe weakness-nya. Jika target berstatus weakness break, maka weakness break efisiensi Fei Xiao akan meningkat. Melancarkan 6 kali Bolt Thunder Beast atau War X baru. Lalu terakhir mengakibatkan ini Underhand. Ultimate dapat diaktifkan saat Flying Aureus mencapai 6 poin. Maksimal dapat mengasuh. Oh ini kayak Acheron ya. Ini dia harus ngumpulin stack dulu. Nah, untuk mendapatkan stacknya berarti setiap kali rekan tim melancarkan 2 kali serangan, Fei Xiao akan memperoleh Flying Aureus. Oke, jadi harus 2 kali serangan baru dapat 1 stack gitu ya. Setelah rekan tim Fei Xiao melancarkan serangan, Fei Xiao akan melancarkan serangan lanjutan pada target utama, mengakibatkan wind damage. Oke, efek ini maksimal dapat terpicu sekali. Oke, lumayan juga. Tekniknya yang tadi ya.
No manners, huh?
Oke.
Need a shine.
Berarti dia 6 stack udah bisa nyala ultinya. Nah ya, ini basic attack. Single target. Udah, senjatanya Fei macam-macam deh.
Who invited you?
Set. Oh, masternya dia.
My manners.
Oh yeah.
Time to show you what I can reach. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less carbs. What's this?
Duar. Tunggu, kita penin dulu stacknya sampai 12.
Have your fangs and claws
Oke.
dulled?
Senjatanya dia ganti-ganti ya. Dia punya berbagai senjata. Ini senjata kapak. Beri. Oh gitu ya.
That's how a true master does it.
Wow, kita mau lihat ultinya dulu. Oh. Nah, ini dia. Oke, kita lihat nih ultinya guys. Oke dia.
Always soaring, forever triumphant.
Anjay, bisa gitu ya. Soalnya bisa kapak. Serem betul.
I could take 10 of you. Master, have some tea. Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars.
do. That was
Tunggu, ngulit. Jalan. Tapi ultinya keren sih tadi. Kayak Keron. Aduh. Banyak bansos, banyak trial. Tadi ada bansos cuma belum gua ambil. Kayaknya udah gua ambil tadi ya. Oh iya. Mana tadi ya? Oh ini deh. Lupakan aja lah tadi ada. Ini juga ada bansos juga sih di sini. Aduh, itu kalian lihat visualnya sangat menggoda sekali, guys. Posenya itu dari artnya itu gila bener ya. Nah, kalian bisa lihat terakhir gua dapat apa? Dapatnya mana dia? Ada ya? Oh, lihat detail. Udah senang dapatnya. Mana tadi ya? Terdapat penundaan selama 1 jam. Oh iya, belum diupdate. Maksudnya dapat. Tadi dapat ini kan emas. Tadi dapatnya emas. Terus kemudian logonya Han. Nah itu udah seneng banget. Tahu kalian dikasih apa? Dikasih yancing. Udah belas. Adalah 50 pul gua habis hanya untuk mendapatkan yanjing. Yancing. Sampai kepleset. Kita coba sekali lagi ya. Gua kurang banyak nih. Sudahlah. Tengok pun juga mungkin lama-lama stres gue dulu. Ada event tapi kita kayaknya harus selesaikan ini dulu ya. Misi prasyarat. Pasar masa depan sudah, upacara untuk menghibur jiwa sudah. Ini suara dari dunia lain belum lagi. Ini sisa 1 misi lanjutan lagi. Ini terakhir kali gua masih kabur dari penjara ya. Penjara Shackling Prison. Waktu si Hulei dari Borisin kabur dia.
If we're not on patrol, we should get some rest.
And she will be the ringmaster. He's so cute.
Come on.
Yes, setelah kejadian pembol-bolan ya.
Seriously? When is this war dance going to start? The Sky Splitter has been hovering there for ages. When can
Ini
we
biar
board
ulangin
and
ini
see
Sky
what's
Splitter untuk
inside?
itu ya, tempat ritual bela diri ya. Di situ ada arena di sana.
Life species live. Everything proceeds so slowly. The effectiveness of anticipation in my emotional center is at an all-time high. Oh, I need to drink some coolant.
Relax. The Realm Keeping Commission will send boarding notices to all ticket holders. The Gazette said the Sky Splitter will fire a salute before the ceremony starts.
I saw the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid. So, who are you betting on, Bardo?
I'm betting on neither. I lost all my credits betting on Roboball games in Taikian. This time, I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish my target of getting rich.
War dance. Here you are. I heard you and Mr. Dan Hung went to meet the judges. And then a riot broke out in the Shackling prison. I was so worried about you. Thank goodness you both...
Diskusikan tentang apa yang terjadi.
There was a revolt in the Shackling prison. Fortunately, we were protected by the guards until the Cloud Knights arrived to rescue us.
Apa rencana dari State of Defense Force saat ini?
Borison traveled all the way here to infiltrate the LaFu and attempt to rescue their leader with a crafty scheme. This is completely unlike them. To be honest, It reminds me of what the disciples of Sanctus Medicus did during the Ambrosial Arbor crisis. At present, all three generals are on guard and taking action to hunt down the fugitives and the men. However, if these Borisin can disguise themselves as Foxians...
Kita lihat. Para turis di sana sedang membicarakanmu.
Yeah, I heard them too. But I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint them. I've already reported to General Jing Yuan that I'll give up my role as the ringmaster.
Waduh. Oh, kamu tidak akan menjaga arena?
The security of the Luofu is more important to me than anything else. I need to fulfill my duties as a Cloud Knight Lieutenant. Those tourists just want to see some good sword fights. Anyone can participate in this kind of tournament. Doesn't have to be me. The real challenge lies beyond the ring on the Sky Splitter. If we don't capture the fugitives soon, Hule will wreak havoc. Obviously, there's someone behind the scenes orchestrating this prison break.
Well said.
Coba tuh ngomong.
You may be tiny in stature,
Oh,
but your
facial.
ambition matches that of the Yao Qing's warriors.
Hey, this has nothing to do with my height.
Kenapa kamu datang ke sini, Jenderal?
Yes, I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal. A hunter must be well fed before the hunt.
You still have a good appetite, even in the face of disaster. You truly are the Merlin's Claw. Please finish the food quickly so we can get to work, General Fei Xiao.
Well, that's not up to me. Dig in. I called you here so you could enjoy the food.
Sempatnya makan dulu ya.
Me? This isn't the time for a leisurely meal, and this is way too much for me.
Oh. You'd give me time to enjoy a meal, but not yourself? Ever since you encountered those Borisin spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hule on an empty stomach. Take your time. Enjoy the meal and calm yourself.
Hule's whereabouts are still unknown, and they've even taken Mr. Jiao Cho hostage. The longer we wait, the more complicated the situation becomes.
Jiao Cho always said I'm the most impatient person among the Cloud Knights. And I've fought against Borisin abominations for years, and I know their ferocity and cunning well. The Borisin were clearly well prepared for this prison break, and now they are staying in the shadows. When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient, biding their time to seize the golden chance for a decisive blow. Once Hule loses his patience...
But when will that time come?
Like I said, it's only one meal away.
Okay, the seat of divine foresight.
General Hua Yan, the Skyfaring Commission has finished its preparations. Do you have any other instructions?
Representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight, I'll step in as the temporary commanding officer of the seat of Divine Foresight and
What is the situation at the Shackling prison?
Hule made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. The good news is the two nameless who were trapped in the Shackling prison are safe and sound.
I know I shouldn't use the word great given the current situation, but I'm relieved that he and Don Hung...
We've lost contact with one of the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. The Borisin have likely taken him hostage. Don't worry, Yuko. Fei Xiao is leading the wolf hunt operation, and you know how capable she is.
I have no doubt about General Fei Xiao's capabilities, General Hua Yan. I'm more concerned about the wardens. According to the plan, the ceremony will begin in 6 hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, and all that now, with Hule's whereabouts unknown, everything is filled with uncertainty.
Apa ritual bela diri harus tetap dilaksanakan sesuai jadwal?
Arch is right, Grandpa. I heard the escaped prisoner from the Shackling prison is beyond formidable.
So, Yun Li, what do you think we should do?
Well, should declare martial law and allocate manpower to search for the escaped prisoners. And as for the war dance,
Your plan sounds solid, but unfortunately, solid plans rarely get a chance to be implemented.
Dua pihak? Yang mana?
The first are the many travelers who have come all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law now, it's like declaring that the Law Fu isn't safe. How do you think the outsiders would react? They'd be terrified. The second party is the staff of the Xianzhou Law Fu's 6 commissions. They've invested a lot of resources and manpower into organizing the war dance. Suddenly suspend, but of course, not everyone disagrees with your idea.
really?
The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion, presumably. Hulei's escape and your discovery of Borisin's spies at Stargazer Navalia. The fugitive is just one piece in the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people on the Law Fu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, we'll fall into their trap.
So what do we do?
We'll search for the prisoners while maintaining order on the Law Fu, acting as if nothing has happened.
As if nothing has happened? Yan Qing said he'd assist the generals, and now he's nowhere to be found. With the host ringmaster gone, how are we supposed to...
That's why I called the two of you here.
Maksudmu kamu menjalankan aku untuk menggantikan Yan Qing sebagai penjaga arena?
General Huaiyan, are you asking me to take Yan Qing's place as the ringmaster?
You caught on quickly, Miss March.
Waduh.
That's exactly what I mean.
But Miss March is a guest invited by General Jing Yuan, Grandpa. How can an outsider represent the Law Fu in the ring? It will make the Xianzhou Law Fu...
Dear child, the nameless of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. Plus, Miss March is a disciple of the little Cloud Knight Lieutenant. How can she be regarded as an outsider?
Ulah.
We can't afford to have any problems during the war dance. I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter. Yukong, please explain to them the rest of the arrangements.
Oh, ganti sudut pandang ke Lingsha. 6 jam sebelum ritual bela diri dimulai di Shackling Prison.
I am sorry for our improper management, and I truly appreciate your assistance, General.
There is no need to apologize. We Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are two sides of the same Xianzhou Law Fu, and it is my honor to serve the Ten. I've grasped the situation of the prison break. Now tell me more about the current state of the Shackling prison.
Borisin infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners, spreading chaos. Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge Shui Yi from the detention division was killed.
I and the 2 behind me will go deeper into the prison to investigate.
General, the situation inside is still chaotic and perilous.
It's common for Cloud Knight generals to face danger directly. Hulei has escaped, and the Yao Qing envoy is being held hostage by the Borisin. His fate is Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, she decided to go after Hulei herself to prevent further calamity. How did the infiltrators learn about the location where Hulei was held? And how did they time their plan just before the Yao Qing messengers were ready to escort him? Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult. What truly matters is if we can gather the clues that lead us to the mastermind behind...
I understand, but I'm afraid it won't be an easy task.
For a long time, this hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of the Law Fu. Back Backing down now will only encourage them to further endanger.
The Ten Lords Commission will support your decision with everything we have, General.
Dan Heng and Ling Shan, I'll need both of you to accompany me on this challenging journey.
Well, it's part of my responsibilities as the Cauldron Master. So, where would you like to start, General?
Let's start with those Borisin disguised as Foxians.
My people have already prepared the evidence.
Jadi Lingsha.
Incense ascends into... According to Lieutenant Yenqing's report, he stumbled upon a few suspicious Foxians at Stargazer Navalia. After...
Looking at him now, it's hard to imagine how he transformed into a Foxian.
My alchemist detected some complex ingredients in his remains, which might explain how these Borisin were able to disguise themselves as Foxians. Simply put, Foxians and Borisin share a common ancestry. Although they look completely different now, there isn't much genetic difference between them.
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine, their true form will soon be revealed?
Boris punya metabolisme yang cepat.
Indeed. This means that these Borisin have a steady supply of the medicine within the Lafu. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Looks like the Alchemy Commission is involved once again. When I was sorting through the prescriptions they used, I came across one called Semblance Reversion Essence. It's designed to help those disciples suppress signs of their Mara-struck forms and maintain their normal appearance. When I compared it to the medicine found in the Borisin's body...
They're one and the same, aren't they?
The medicinal properties and ingredients may differ, but the principle...
Since ancient times, the Borisin have always sought to have more powerful bodies, regarding the Foxians as weaklings.
If these infiltrators rely on the medicine to maintain their disguise, then following this lead in our investigation seems prudent. Please follow me. Here we are. According to the judge, this area is not yet under control, so we should proceed cautiously. I've captured the nature of the medicine in my sensor. My fault. Incredible strength. The attacker shattered this warden's bones with a single blow.
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borisin possesses. This is likely the work of Hule.
If I may be so bold to ask, is this Borisin truly that formidable?
I have lived a bit longer and engaged in a few more battles than you, Miss Ling Shan. To the Alliance, Borisin have always been the most formidable adversaries. With his strength, Hule united numerous Borisin packs, forming a grand army of abominations of abundance. Over 7 centuries ago, I followed my mentor on a campaign against the abominations, and I personally witnessed the devastation on the battlefield after Hule appeared. Even with medicinal pellets that suppressed the fear caused by his lupitoxin, countless Cloud Knights succumbed to panic in the face of his murderous aura. By the end of the battle, only a few of us remained. The Crimson Moon cast the sheen of blood on all.
If that's the case, why wasn't the beast executed instead of being imprisoned? On the Xianzhou Jumi, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of abundance into the eternal flames of the stars. Reducing their so-called immortality is just a facade. I mean, nothing can truly defy death, can it? I just don't understand why the Lafu kept this tumor for so long, leading to the... But I guess I understand. The people of the Lafu are known for their kindness. Even when faced with the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, they couldn't bring themselves to cut it out.
Understand if you hold grudges
Baik
against me,
dosa ya.
Miss Linshaw. I take the blame for the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. As for why Hule was only in prison, I can shed some light on that too.
I'm just a healer. I'm not familiar with the past. I'd appreciate it if you could enlighten me, General.
All right. Let me tell you more about it as we go.
Stream 4. Gleam Gold Flame.
Periksa.
Did this Cloud Knight also take the medicine?
No. This is a Borisin in disguise. A guard killed him before he could return to his original form.
Gitu ya.
All these Borisin are dressed in official attire. Besides the Cloud Knight, there were also 2 Borisin disguised as members of the Skyfaring Commission and the... Whoever is providing them with official identities must hold the position of power.
Stream 4.
Someone bit open his arteries and drained almost all of his blood while he was still alive. Such a cruel and ruthless act.
Despite being a long-lived species, Borisin are actually more like predatory beasts that must feed on raw blood and flesh. I've heard that Hule was deprived of food and water in the shackling prison. It's hard to imagine how he managed to suppress his hunger for over 7 centuries. Will the hostage from the Yaoqing be able to avoid being his meal?
Such is the terrible nature of the abominations of abundance. We subjected him to the forest of swords to drain his life force. But in the end, his punishment turned into a test of our patience, just like you said, Miss Linshaw. Casting a creature that can't be killed into a star would be a way to permanently get rid of it. But unfortunately...
The Foxians didn't agree to that.
Exactly. The atrocities committed by Hule went beyond mere massacres. Throughout numerous wars, we made every effort to eradicate the Borisin. But Hule, with his mysterious sorcery, turned countless Foxians. The Foxians curse his name day and night, and they even use it to scare children into staying quiet. How could they grant a swift death to such a great sinner? I wonder if you know why Hule wasn't taken into custody by the Foxian majority Xianzhou Yaoqing, but instead imprisoned in the Xianzhou Luofu.
As you mentioned, your mentor was an exceptional warrior and was the one who defeated Hule, an extraordinary achievement. Therefore, the marshal placed this feral beast under the jurisdiction of the Xianzhou Luofu.
It seems you have a major misunderstanding about this arrangement, Miss Linshaw. Yanqing told me that an IPC ship was attacked by Borisin. Is this what they were transporting on the ship?
Oh. Intelligence yang mana ya, Pak? Yang bawah saya.
Yes, The Artisanship Commission and Alchemy Commission conducted a joint examination and found that the parts of this machine are made from specially refined Borisin biotissue. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild has been researching the biological properties of long-life species, hoping to...
Perhaps to those scholars, Borisin are no different from lab animals. Maybe the Borisin attacked that ship to retaliate against the Intelligentsia Guild for experimenting on them?
Bener juga ya. Bisa jadi.
If it were only about revenge, they could just wreck the ship and destroy all the cargo, instead of allowing it to end up in the shackling prison. It was a deliberate display to showcase the dangerous nature of the cargo in broad daylight. This way, the cargo would end up in the shackling prison, serving as a tool for the prison break.
Oh gitu.
This
Ngeri
skill
juga
in
ya.
exploiting the blind spots of
Jadi
others'
robot
minds
yang begitu tuh bisa
is
dipakai
so
untuk
typical of them.
melarikan diri dari penjara.
I'm afraid the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild unknowingly became their accomplices.
Wah, bahaya nih. Harus dia hidup.
Watch out! This thing is still alive. Even after suffering such severe attacks?
The stench of their imitation of long-life species has crossed the line.
Maaf nih, ledak jadi dua. Belum diganti lagi.
Indulge yourselves!
Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
This ends here.
If it can still move, it means it wasn't damaged enough.
In the name
Let's
of
make
mankind,
sure it never moves again.
never falter.
Step up, let's see ya.
Free will or was destined for oblivion.
May the foul stench dissipate quickly.
Hope you're prepared.
Burns clear. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Buar. Sini ada follow up attack-nya. Keren juga sih.
My friends, indulge yourselves!
Be of your body and mind.
Another journey from still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Buar. Permen kapas kelinci. Ada aja bener. Oke.
You haven't answered my question about why Hule was imprisoned in the Lafu instead of the Yaoqing, General. You've been reserved in your response.
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hule on the Yaoqing lies in the very mech in front of us.
Are you suggesting that there are people trying to understand Hule's secrets and use them for their own purposes? Just... well, I understand. I've heard that the Foxians on the Yaoqing share a bloodline with the Borisin. And just like the Borisin, some of the Foxians there experience an uncontrollable insanity called moon rage. The Marshal believed that this would be inhumane and no different from what the Borisin did. So...
Exactly. While Borisin see moon rage as a blessing that unlocks their true potential, Foxians see it as an inevitable curse within their bloodline. Why can Borisin control the power of moon rage? Can we Foxians break free from this curse? Each questioner had good intentions. But the road to catastrophe is paved to the Foxians of the Yaoqing. Hule was not only the warhead of the Borisin, but also a monster that could be the subject of much research.
that's why the Marshal decided to imprison Hule and the Lafu. It wasn't an honor, but rather a warning.
Because such selfish pursuits in the name of good intentions once led to a tragedy on the Lafu.
This edition of Imbibitor Lunae.
Nih, tersebut dan hacknya.
By imprisoning Hule and the Xianzhou Lafu, the marshal both suppressed the dangerous intentions of the Yaoqing Foxians and warned the Xianzhou.
That was a necessary trade-off. The Xianzhou alliance is not solely about the Xianzhou natives. Only when all three races, Foxian, Vidyadhara, and Xianzhou natives, form an alliance, will there be a promising future for all.
Thank you for enlightening me. Was it for the same reason that you traded off my mentor to the Xianzhou Zhuming, only to stand idle and allow the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus?
You said that I couldn't bear to cut out the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, but instead exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem to the Xianzhou Zhuming. But did your mentor tell you her good intentions led her to perform certain healing arts on Dan Heng?
What did you just say?
She believed that restoring the High Elder's knowledge of his past life would allow the Vidyadhara to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor. Quelling the strife, just as I mentioned earlier, the road to catastrophe is always paved with good intentions. Since then, the 6 charioteers...
If that's the case, I should thank you for protecting my mentor by exiling her.
Quite the contrary. I should be the one thanking you.
Thanking me?
All I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species truly achieve that goal in their long-drawn lives? For example, you were implicated along with your mentor. And now, with the complicated situation in the Alchemy Commission, the Alliance has spared me a lot of trouble by sending you to handle this challenging task.
Your eloquence is indeed impressive, the divine foresight. You won't even leave me any excuses to hold a grudge against you. But let me make it clear. The Alliance sent me here to handle the business impartially, not to choose sides.
It doesn't matter which side you choose, Miss Lingshaw. At the end of the day, both you and I stand on the side of the Alliance, don't we?
Lanjut nih ke bawah.
These Mara-struck soldiers don't appear to be escaped prisoners.
How can you tell?
These soldiers are fully armed. Obviously, they didn't hastily join the battle.
The messenger named Moza did say that there were 2 groups of attackers. And the other attackers, aside from the Borisin, could hide their tracks.
Hide their tracks?
Exactly. I've engaged with these attackers before, and they used Cloud Hymn magic to hide their presence. Without careful observation, no one can detect them.
You once warned me to be cautious of the Vidyadhara Elder's influence within the Alchemy Commission. Could it be?
What's on your mind, Miss Lingshaw?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the shackling prison. And considering the Vidyadhara's involvement in the prison's construction, it raises suspicion about their role in this. Additionally, the fact that the Borisin need medicine to disguise themselves would suggest that there are still moles within the Alchemy Commission assisting them covertly. Moreover, forging official identities for the undercover Borisin would require someone with significant authority. And the presence of assassins capable of using Cloud Hymn magic deepens my suspicion about the Preceptors. But why would the Vidyadhara collude with the Borisin and aid in Hule's escape?
They aim to spread chaos. They believe that only in chaos can they regain their former power and influence. Since this edition of Imbibe de Lune, the once proud dragon race has been powerless, watching their influence wane.
However, I don't think the Preceptors are the true mastermind. If I'm not mistaken, the one behind all this treachery is the Lord Ravager who exploited the weaknesses within the Lawfu and instigated the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, ultimately leading to the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. Fentilia.
Please remember, General, that everything I've mentioned is mere speculation. We need concrete evidence for a public trial. We want to
So, what's your plan, Miss Ling Sha?
I'll send an invitation to the Preceptors.
Waduh.
Invitation?
The Preceptors have been inviting me for a personal meeting since my arrival on Alafu. Now, I'll send them the remains of these Mara-struck soldiers and the route map I found in the prisoner's possession. Then I'd like to hear their explanations.
Good idea. If I were to take action, it might alert the true mastermind. I trust you to handle this matter, Miss Ling Sha. The internal affairs of the Vidyadhara should remain under their jurisdiction. And don't worry if things don't go smoothly. Once the wolf hunt operation is over, the hidden truths will come to light.
Speaking of the wolf hunt operation, I'm truly worried about the Yaoqing messenger who was taken hostage. Hulei was starving in the shackling prison for centuries. May Rainbow's blessing keep him safe.
Nanti suruh panang. Iya cuy, ditahan ya. Jadi Sandra dia.
As I said, I'm a healer. But my art of healing requires the culinary arts to be truly effective. The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make all kinds of medicines into dishes that patients can eat.
Delicacy. But isn't that just one flavor overpowering the others?
Well, you have a point. Let me ask you this. If there's a fussy child who refuses to eat green peppers, what's the best way to make him eat them?
Stuff the kid's mouth with the green peppers and cook him alive in a pot.
You have quite the sense of humor. I've heard that you, Borisin, have lost many of your taste buds during the self-modification process.
It's a shame I don't have any green peppers right now. Otherwise, I'd happily stuff them into your mouth and cook you alive in a pot.
I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix them with minced meat to make meatballs. This way, the flavor of the meat overpowers the taste of the peppers.
Can I just boil your tongue in this hot pot? I know you're trying to buy time until someone comes to your rescue. You said that Jin Liu recently returned to the Lafu, right? Well, she did come back. But, unfortunately, I also found out that she committed serious crimes. Do you really think you can delay our departure by provoking Lucy, Boris, and his savages who know nothing about the Xianzhou? But in fact, we know all. The more hope you hold in your heart, the greater your pain will be when death comes.
His composure is only a temporary effect of the medicine.
Lord Hulei.
Oh, you pathetic
Jadi
Foxians.
versi manusia.
For thousands of
Foxian.
years, we were the ones who allowed you to live and who granted you civilization. But it's all right. As long as you catch the scent of your masters, you will be.
Buat Moktok dan Hulei berselisih.
Have you ever wondered why it took them 7 centuries to come to your rescue? The Borison's era has long passed. Did they ever tell you these harsh facts? Now they're being crushed by the Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing, by a Foxian. They're hiding in remote corners of the cosmos, trembling with fear like a wounded beast on...
The Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing. A Foxian. Very interesting. Tell me, Moktok, is he speaking the truth?
He isn't lying. That lowly beast was a war slave who ran away from our pack. Cannon fodder, a thief.
And she bested you, Moktok. Fairness is but a pathetic excuse for the dead and defeated.
In our darkest hours, it was a prophet of the Master of Immortality, named Mongus,
who shook this prophet, Mongus. What does she want?
The prophet made this proclamation. The Borisin have been divided for too long. And the prophet told us that the Foxian general of the Yaoqing would take you to her ship during the Lafu's war dance. And that
That so-called prophet lied to all of you. She just sent you here to...
But her prophecy has come true. Our warhead is right here, with us.
Once the news about the prison break spreads, the Cloud Knights will close all the ports.
Let me kill this unruly, lowly beast, Lord Hule. I assure you that our star skiffs will soon arrive. Right now, everyone in the Lafu is distracted by this stupid war dance. So this will be the perfect chance to escape. Once you've returned to your territory, your revenge against...
Perfect chance to return to my weak and shattered pack at the mercy of a ridiculous false prophet and become a mere puppet in her clutches. Listen up. A wolf never allows itself to become prey. From now on, you'll follow my... Since you are so confident that the Cloud Knights will close the ports, Jiaoqiu, I'm now giving you a chance to go and see it for yourself. Go to the ports, come back, and tell me what you saw.
Wait, what did you just say?
But my lord!
Would an alpha wolf ever listen to a cub, Moktok?
No, I've never heard anything like that. I wasn't trying to defy your will. I will always unquestioningly follow your orders.
I'm offering you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Don't you want to run away, Jiaoqiu? You will come back. Because Foxians like you always obediently return to their masters.
I don't fully understand Lord Hule's intention.
You know why I'm letting you go. Head to the port and report back to me.
I can't believe he actually let me go. What game is he playing? Perhaps I can try to warn the Cloud Knights. No.
Lihat sekeliling.
Just as I suspected. The Cloud Knights must have been aware of the situation inside the shackling. For now, I'll do as he asked.
Would you like to board my star skiff? Well, my little star skiff can't accommodate that many. But we need to hurry wherever we're going. The war dance... Close the ports? Why would they do that?
Ada yang ngawasin, Gi. Kalian tahu kan, Borisin ada yang menyamar Nah, yang ngintai yang lipat tangan tuh itu Boris yang nyamar guys. Ada satu nih nyamar juga dia. Kita walaupun dibebasin kayaknya masih diawasin juga guys. Ini kayaknya bisa nih, coba ya. Hati-hati nih, ada konsekuensinya juga sih.
I'm sorry, but the Realm Keeping Commission... Hey, although we're short-staffed at the moment, if...
Kan diawasi juga. Gimana caranya ya, buset? Minta tolongnya.
Hey there. I noticed you'd been looking at me for quite a while. Understood. Please come.
Ngintai, nggak bisa. Udah ada yang ngawasin dari jauh guys.
Stop asking. I'm off duty now. Go bother. Can't you just stop asking? You're not one of us. But I smell a familiar scent on you.
The Warhead sent me here to check on the situation.
No, not at all. Instead, the Skyfaring Commission is clearing routes to
The ports haven't been closed? What is going on? Stalling won't help. It's time to confront Hule and see what tricks he's up to.
Sebaiknya nggak usah minta tolong dulu. Kita ikuti dulu permainannya.
You're back, Jiao Chou.
You were closely watching me, weren't you? And if I sought help from anyone, your people would kill them. Was that your plan, Hule?
Oh, exactly as you said. So, have the Cloud Knights closed the ports?
No.
They don't want to publicize my escape. I understand. It's no surprise what lurks here is not a group of fugitives, but rather a pack of wolves amidst the flock. My cubs are hungry, ready to feast on flesh and blood. Your calm facade will soon crumble. I can tear through it and expose your pathetic bones any time. Of course, you can try your luck and believe that your wits will save you. But remember, you're not the only hostage in this city. If you tried now, let's talk about the Foxian general you serve. Moktok says she's here for me, which means before the hunt begins, I need to know my opponent. You can refuse and play tough, or you can cooperate and save us both some time.
Tunjukkan kelemahan buat dia percaya kamu sudah menyerah. Waduh.
Good. At least you didn't try to draw attention with this.
Fine. I'll tell you what you want to know about her. But I expect something in return.
What makes you think you're still in a position to negotiate with me?
You can torture me until I talk. Or let's save us both some time. Warhead. Here's the question that's been bothering me. How have you managed to survive and endure centuries of torture?
So, is that why the Xianzhou Yaoqing wanted to take me away? To some, I'm a hostage, but to others, I hold the secrets I still remember, in the early years of my captivity, the Foxians came and went. Unfortunately, they failed to uncover the secret. Some seek power to destroy their enemies, while others seek power to become their enemies. Which one are you, Jiao Chou? I see. You're the most pitiful of them all, healer the Yaoqing. You seek power to share it with others and do good. Well, then let me tell you the answer you seek. In our ancient legends, Duran, the ancestor of the Borisin, was to achieve his goal. He sacrificed the lives of countless Borisin and Foxians, pouring them into the Duran, ascended the birthing bed, and obtained what he desired. A heart in the...
Aku tidak akan termakan mitosmu yang tidak masuk akal itu.
The ambrosial arbor is also an absurd myth, but you Xianzhou folk know it's true. This moon heart beats within the body of every generation of the Borisin warhead. And the ritual that decides the new warhead, devouring, is the true essence of life, allowing us to endure and thrive. I thought all hope was lost after 7 centuries of torment. But not... All right. Now it's your turn to tell me everything about the Merlin's Claw.
Jiao Chou, I found you.
Nah, ada Mose. Ganti sudut pandang ke balik diri sendiri ya.
I know I'm in no position to question your orders, but if I understand correctly, you already have intelligence about the
Bentar, 4
Borisin?
jam di sini kok udah siang.
That's right. My people are busy collecting clues now. What's the situation, Wadza?
General, before we completely lost contact with Jiao Chou, I picked up a signal from his Jade Abacus. It won't take long before we locate their whereabouts.
If that's the case, shouldn't we immediately go there and join forces to eliminate the Borisin? Why are we returning to Stargazer Navalia?
Looks like your general has only taught you swordplay, not the art of the hunt. There's an old saying among the Borisin. In the forest, the hunter may easily become the hunted. While we may call ourselves the hunters now, chasing.
Tapi kita bagaimana mungkin Hulei bisa memburu kita?
Are you joking, General? He's just a wolf who's been imprisoned for 7 centuries. Even with his accomplices, they're no match for us numerous Lawfu Cloud Knights. How could he consider us his prey?
Do not underestimate the enemy. Hulei is not an ordinary Borisin that can be easily killed. The advantage in numbers means nothing when we face that monster. A vicious beast who hasn't tasted blood and flesh in 7 centuries is now lurking on the streets of the Lawfu right before the...
To him, the lives of ordinary people are just meat, ready to be devoured.
Exactly. That is why we must succeed in our first strike, or the situation will spiral out of control. You've heard of this military tactic, right? When you surround your enemy, leave one side open for them to escape. A skilled hunter must... What would we do if we were the escapees from the shackling prison? Well, we can disguise our
star skiff to get us out of the LaFu.
The Boris, we predict their next move, and we take them down. Let's start from where you found those Borisin and corner our prey.
Oke, kita akhiri dulu ya. Kita lanjut di part berikutnya.